Hey there. It's been like a week since I did conscious coffee. It's always strange to me when I take time off. I don't even know how I do that. How do I take time off? Like, that's not a thing, is it? When you're in business for yourself to take time off, yet somehow I have managed to take the last week kind of off from writing and off from live streaming. I mean, I did do my Easter article and I did do blue bonnet photo shoot and shared a couple of those pictures. I'm going to share some more of those pictures because Photography in Wonderland did a beautiful job, as always, just capturing the laughs and everything. And I think that at this time in our world, it's so important to, number one, see somebody without a freaking mask on, Yes, I mean, that's just like, I don't know about you, but I think that the repercussions of everything is just going to be pretty drastic as far as our ability to connect as human beings and our ability to trust, because just, the psychological aspect of seeing everybody running around with masks. Like, we have issues with men with facial hair. It has been shown over and over again that men who have beards and a lot of facial hair, that we don't trust them as much as men who are clean shaven. Interesting. And then we make all these different judgments over people that have covered their faces and everything, and there's just like there's some edginess to it, and now it's a normalcy in our world, which is kind of, but it's not a normalcy. The thing, it's interesting because it's a normalcy with good reason, right? So we're being told with good reason, but it is still going to cause some pretty harsh repercussions in the psychological and emotional aspect of humanity across the board, because it is going to build up insecurity. It is going to build up, a lack of trust. It's going to just make us feel a lot more like hesitant and everything. And it's funny because I don't wear a mask. Where I live here in Collin County in Texas is probably one of the remaining areas where we're not mandated to do different things. We still have freedom. I'm so grateful that I moved from Seattle and that I don't live in California. My other two homes was Seattle for 9 years, and I'm a California girl, grew up there and everything, family there. And I look at what my two previous states are doing right now with COVID and everything, and I was like, woohoo, I love Texas, like that. I was like, I'm just like in love with our governor. I'm so in love with our governor. I've never been so political in all my life, and I don't ever choose a side, so I don't like lean totally Republican, and I don't lean Democratic. I really just look at like what's going on in the world and who fits and is speaking what I agree with, because I find that I kind of bounce between the two. That's all the politics you're going to get from me, by the way. But I really am in love with our governor, just because he really is looking at things from such a more realist perspective as to, like, here's what's going on in our state. Here's what's going on with our people, with our cities. And I'm going to make sure that he's really going out there and trying to make sure that our economy doesn't crash and burn the way some other states are going to end up doing. Like, it's going to get scary, guys. It really is, economically. So, what does all of that do? That causes insecurity, right? It causes a massive amount of insecurity. And all this mask play causes a massive amount of insecurity. And even sitting here in my backyard, I am, my neighborhood is an older neighborhood. It was built in 1996, and our houses are anywhere from 2,500 square feet up to like 4,500 square feet. I live in, price range of $300,000 to $600,000 homes, and it's a really just an old, mature, beautiful neighborhood with a humongous park not 3 houses from me. One of the biggest parks in Plano, where soccer fields and playgrounds, my, school is there, everything. And there's a lot of families in my neighborhood. And I sit out here on my back patio. Now, my kids are at their dad's house, my youngest two, so I don't have all of the noise from my youngest two going. And my older two are doing their schoolwork right now on the computer and everything, and everybody else is just kind of in their houses. But I sit out here and I hear nothing but the birds. which I love the birds, and the birds are a blessing. And I come out here and I listen to the birds because it makes me feel so peaceful and brings joy to my day, just to hear the birds' song and everything, and to feel the breeze and catch the sun rays as they pass with the clouds and everything. And it just feels really good. But I hear no laughter. I hear no voices. Easter Sunday came and went, and it was silent. There was no children. No children laughing. No children hunting eggs in our backyard. And it's because we have this insecurity around being outside, around breathing the air, even though it is being proven over and over again that we really don't have anything to fear from the air, and that this isn't even being carried airborne. I mean, I read that on the WHO website and everything, and I also read about like what masks actually do and don't do. There's a lot of information out there on government websites, and I know that our president is arguing with those government websites about posting things like that, but it's still out there. I do encourage you to do your research on that stuff. Not turning this into science or governmental talk, but it is out there. What I want you to realize is that where our world is at is that we are in a state of insecurity. And what insecurity unfortunately does for us, if we are running around and we're like this, because now you can't see me talking, right? You just see my eyes, you just see this. And do you feel safer if I sit here with my mouth in my shirt? Or do you feel safer if you can actually see my expression? Do you feel safer if you can actually see a smile, or see a frown, see disappointment truly, or see excitement? To be able to actually hear somebody's voice, that connection. There is authenticity in this thing right here. There is authenticity and ability to feel that is being masked. And we do this naturally. Our insecurity naturally causes inauthenticity from other people. Now, this was kind of like my aha yesterday. I've had this thought numerous times, and I almost posted about it yesterday a little bit, but I've been taking time off. And as it came to me, and I kind of bounced this around in my head the last 24 hours, I was like, how accurate is this? Like, this is really true, because the more insecure we are, the more inauthenticity we get from other people. And we wonder, why do people say this to us or act this way around us? Why are we feeling, we might say, oh, I feel so insecure around this person. That person's actions make me feel insecure. The way that person looks at me makes me feel insecure. The statements that person makes me feel insecure. The way that person lives their life makes me feel insecure. I don't feel good enough around that person. I don't feel smart enough, pretty enough, strong enough, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And what are we really doing? Is it that person that makes us feel insecure, or is it our insecurity that is creating their inauthentic communication and engagement with us? Their engagement with us. So here's where I'm going with this. And here's, yes, all stems from the mask, right? Because have you noticed at the grocery store lately that if you're walking through the store and you come up to somebody, whether you are covered or not, that nobody will make eye contact, that they will go like that and they'll step to the side? Nobody makes eye contact right now. Nobody. Everybody's insecure. Everybody's looking at everybody as though, you're going to kill me. You're going to kill me. Like we are freaking little terrified. The rabbits in my backyard have more security than the people at the grocery store right now. And rabbits freak out about everything. Okay? The slightest little noise and they're gone. But people today are so insecure. And what it's doing is it's creating inauthentic relationship, inauthentic engagement in every area of our life. Because we don't get to just be insecure in the grocery store. We don't. That insecurity has an energy, and it sticks to us, and it carries with us. And next thing you know, we're more insecure with the people that we're living with. We're more insecure with the people that we're talking to. We're more insecure about what we're posting on social media. We're more insecure about how we're showing up at work. We're more insecure about all this different. Somebody called me and messed up my live stream. Okay, I'm back. So we end up being more insecure about everything out there. And it's all because we ourselves are feeling inauthentic inside, because we're not showing up 100% right now, are we? No, we're actually being told not to show up 100%. We're actually being told hide yourself, hide your face, fear everybody. Everybody is to be feared. There is no such thing as safety. And it's being this mindset of you're not safe. You need to hide. You need to hide your face. You need to not breathe the air. You need to avoid the great outdoors. You need to avoid eye contact with somebody that's 6 feet away from you. What the hell is that gonna prevent? Well, it's gonna cause low self-esteem. It's gonna cause you to not be confident. It's gonna cause you to get out of your own flow, to get out of alignment with your core, with your source, with God. Okay? And when we do that, when we get out of alignment here because we can't make eye contact because we're scared of everything now, guess what ends up happening? Inauthentic relating. We're inauthentic because we're coming at everything inauthentically, insecure. And we are getting the ripple effect of that. When we are insecure, what do we end up doing to everybody else? If we're insecure and we're presenting an insecure image out front, right? Energetically, our energy meets first, and then how we're presenting, how we're showing up, right? All of that insecurity, then that other person picks up on that vibe. We pick up on each other's vibes all the time. And then what happens? That person then walks on eggshells due to our insecurity. So an insecure person, with or without a mask on, with or without COVID around, insecure people cause inauthentic reactions and engagement from the people that they come in contact with. Because when we are insecure, we instantaneously put up that insecure energy and create that energy for others to start walking on eggshells, because the last thing most people want to do is have a confrontation. The last thing most people want to do is be perceived as an asshole, or as a, jump to assumption, or step over somebody's boundaries, push somebody too far, hurt somebody's feelings, have somebody think poorly of them, right? So they start walking on eggshells. I was talking to my daughter earlier this morning, and this very conversation came up, and she was telling me, she said, I hate insecure people, and picked her up from work, and she's like, I hate insecure people. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, she has a really close friend, had a really close friend, and her friend is deeply insecure, deeply insecure. And her friend was, just cannot function with, needs to know everything, complete control around everything. And that's also what insecurity does. It makes us want to control everything, because when we're so insecure, we have no control over things. So we try to get control over everything that we possibly can, including trying to control somebody else's actions and reactions, which we do. We just don't get what we normally want. We might get the reaction that we want, but it's not the authentic reaction that we're going to get from somebody. And she was telling me that, her girlfriend, that, this is so insecure, and it drives her crazy, because every time she tells her something, she feels like, well, what am I can't say that to her, because if I say that to her, then she's going to become reactive. She's going to go into attack mode. She's going to get into finger pointing mode, or she's going to go, oh, did you mean that? And go into victim mode in some fashion or form. And that right there is what? So what happens? So my daughter is very clearly, I have to walk on eggshells. When we walk on eggshells in any relationship, even if it's just passing somebody in the grocery store, or it's engaging with them over the kitchen table or on a phone call, if we have to stop consistently and go, I can't say that, I can't say this, I can't say that, I have to watch my tone here, I have to do this differently, I have to watch my facial expression, oh my gosh, they're going to read into that, oh my gosh, how are they going to take that? Now we are trying to plot and scheme every possible avenue to protect this other person, because they are so insecure that we have to protect them. We have to protect them. And what do? We end up lying. We end up lying and lying and lying. And, it might not be a direct lie, but when we are inauthentically ourselves, we're lying. Okay? Because we're not really speaking our truth. And when we don't speak our truth for a long period of time, that starts to build on us. It weighs us down. It blocks our energy. It blocks our ability to truly connect. And the more people we end up being inauthentic with, the more easy it is to be inauthentic. And then before you know it, you don't really have the ability to truly connect with anybody. And all the insecure people out there, they can walk around and they can go, oh yeah, well, no, that person really likes me, no, we're best friends, we're so close, we're like this, Meanwhile, the other person is just going, God, I don't want to tell them how I really feel because, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. And we've all had relationships like that. Right now, I want you to ask yourself, though, where are you being guilty of being the insecure one? How are you walking around this world right now in dealing with people and from that insecure level? If you have done everything you possibly can to make sure that you're healthy and strong, your immune system's strong, you're following all guidelines possible, and you're at the grocery store and you feel safe and secure, I encourage you to actually make eye contact. And even though nobody can see your smile if you've got a mask on, to smile anyway. And to let your eyes smile at somebody. To not flip shit and jump back another 6 feet just because somebody passed by you that was only 5 feet away instead of 6. To not panic because somebody touched the broccoli before you or grabbed that milk jug and put it back. To not look at people as though they're trying to kill you just because their cart might have tapped your cart while in the aisle. These little things. We need to come together as a society, as a community right now. If our insecurity is allowed to really control the situation, what we are going to end up doing is destroying humanity, destroying our humanness, destroying our ability to connect. And we are going to really support more mental illness, more emotional dysfunctions. It is already that, the mental health field are receiving calls. It's gone up like 900% on emergency calls. 900%, where people are in dire straits. And it's not that they lost their job. That's part of it. Yes, that's more to the pile. But it's that they have no social engagement. We need the social engagement. Us as human beings need social engagement, need social connection. We need to be able to look somebody else in the eye and to actually be able to smile, to be able to not go like that. Because if we're on guard like that, how is that going to impact any relationship? Are you becoming more on guard in your own relationship inside your house, with your friends, with your children, with your lover? Are you connecting the way you really need to be right now? It's not a should, it's a need. It's an actual need. I know that I have a few couples out there that I'm dealing with, and they are taking these extreme measures. Whereas no, before you come into the house, you must take all your clothes off in the garage and you must put them in a pile over here. And I have one couple, they moved their washer and dryer out to the garage from their laundry room, and they strip in the garage and they put everything in the garage, and then they have to actually sanitize themselves before they come in, and then they come into the laundry room and they have clean clothes in there, and they put the clean clothes on, and they leave everything in the garage so that it has to sit out there to get disinfected. And they are so careful with everything. And you know what? They are two healthy individuals that are not on any line of any of this stuff. I'm just telling you that these extreme things that we're going through are creating extreme psychological, emotional issues. And it may seem like it's not that big of a deal because maybe you're not one of the millions that are being impacted like that, but your neighbors might be, your children might be, your friends might be, your colleagues at work might be. And the way to help is to take down the mask a little bit more often And I don't mean the actual physical mask. I mean the mask of right here. To reach out, to connect with people right now. To, instead of doing just texting or phone call, to say, hey, let's do a video chat. Let's see each other's faces without masks on. Let's smile. Let's laugh. Let's do things like that. Let's take a 6-foot walk in the park. If you've got a friend that's close and you guys can get together, then take a 6-foot walk in your local park. You know, meet up to go grocery shopping. Do a 6-foot grocery shopping run together where you can talk about different things, where you can actually see people, where you can connect. There are options. There are ways through this to keep safety at center stage, but at the same time to help here and here. And to realize that if you want to make it through this time of struggle, this time of chaos, and you want to really get out there after all of this and come out of the gates at the top of your game, maybe even better than when you went in, guess what? Guess what? Well, you can do that, but you have to know exactly how to build up here and how to build up here. You have to understand those mental, emotional keys to having that life, to coming out of the gates strong. Because a lot of this world's going to come out really insecure, really broken, battered, bruised, weak, wounded, fearful, edgy, bitter, angry. That's what a lot of people are going to be coming out with. And that's not ever going to lead to success. That's never going to lead to abundance. And that certainly isn't going to increase your vibration. That certainly isn't going to manifest the life that you want to have. What do you want the rest of 2020 to look like? What do you want 2021 to look like? Are you going to let these few months that we're going through right now be such a significant impact to your vibration, to your frequency, your ability to manifest what you know is possible, that it destroys it? Or are you going to come out going, fuck yeah. Like, I took that time to really do that deep work. I took that time to really learn about myself. And you know what? I said, fuck quarantine. And yeah, I abided by the rules and I did everything that I needed to do for my health and the well-being of this world and my neighbors and my friends and my family. But I didn't let it get to me. I didn't just binge watch Netflix and game my life away or become this workaholic and numb myself out with alcohol and gaming and work and whatever else you might be doing out there. I didn't numb myself out. Instead, I chose to expand. Instead, I chose to feel more. Instead, I chose to connect better. Instead, I chose to be more authentic. Instead, I chose to get intimate with myself so that I could actually present my truth here, so that I can come out of this whole phase of our world a strong, dynamic, turned on, powerful human being that is supporting the best and highest good for our world and for ourselves. Which do you choose? On that note, here's my launch, because I've been taking some time off, built a boat, as you guys know, put in a garden, planted roses, did some cleaning, been working on a book, did a lot of family time, a lot of laughs, beautiful hikes and walks and photo shoots, and connection and birthdays and all that good stuff. And it's been an amazing few weeks, an absolutely amazing few weeks, and allowed myself to sleep in too. But in that process, I came up with this fantastic idea, because I am truly a believer that one of two things is going to happen for the people of our world, for you. And it is your choice. It is your choice if you want to come out of this strong or weak. And the decisions that you make over the course of the next few weeks is going to determine what your outcome looks like. Here comes the trash. So what I did was I created a 4-week mastermind. This mastermind, it is not like anything that I've ever created before. Hold on. Time out, trash. Time to drink ginger juice. just dumping all the recycles. It's the recycled cup. At least everybody's recycling now. A lot of good stuff that's coming out of quarantine, out of COVID-19. A lot of beautiful things. A lot of really beautiful things. A lot of spiritual awakenings. A lot of turning to God. A lot of meditation. A lot of awakening the self. And there's a lot of darkness too. And as our light grows, so does our darkness. We have to keep that in mind. So, what I created was a 4-week mastermind. Now, this 4-week mastermind is not just for 4 weeks. I'm going to be running it for the course of April and the course of May. So it is actually going to be more like 7 or 8 weeks long, okay? But this special does end on May 3rd, my daughter's 17th birthday, by the way. I just decided that's just a great day to just end something, whereas we're going to be enjoying her birthday party anyway. But until May 3rd, this special is running. So what you're going to get with this is something that you're never, ever going to get again, okay? Is one-on-one video coaching with me, okay? So you are going to get weekly one-on-one personalized video coaching with me. That means no group, just live with me. I'm going to walk you through 7 key elements as to how you can come out of this whole process with your focus, with what you're desiring, with what you're wanting, how you can come out of this whole process of quarantine really strong, turned on, powerful, with your goals activated, being a manifesting, just boss to your life and not letting quarantine get you down. Also, you're going to get 3 live trainings where I'm going to go through these 7 keys in video format. You'll have lifetime access to them, and you're going to get community support, of course, because I'm going to be teaching those live trainings in a live group here on Facebook. So you're going to have access to the community. You're going to have 3 live trainings, plus who knows what kind of bonus content comes up over the next 7 or 8 weeks. And you're going to get 4 one-on-one private coaching sessions with me. Okay? This typical deal is like $1,500 plus, okay? So I'm not a cheap coach. It's $350 an hour to work with me typically, okay? If you're just going to go one-on-one with me, and you're just going to do a drop-in session, it's $350 for 1 hour. Okay? Do the math on that, okay? And then group training, and then live training, plus bonus, plus the actual follow-ups and the little kick in the butts that I do for all of my private coaching clients, okay? And that means that I'm in there. I'm in it with you. If you would like more information on this, of course, message me. The details are in the comment section of this live stream. Like I said, this is only going to be running at a discount of $197. That's $100.97 to follow, right? $197. $3 under $200. I should have just made it $200. Why did I just do that? Maybe I'll do that. Anyways, no, it's $197. Okay, $197. So that's a big, big discount. So for less than 1 coaching session, you're going to get 4 coaching sessions. You're going to get access to the community, and you're going to get those 3 live trainings, plus a whole bunch of bonus contact and a whole bunch of kick in the butt stuff from me on really how to really create the life that you want and come out of quarantine being the boss of your life, not being fearful, not being insecure, not being overwhelmed, not being stressed, really having your goals aligned and your vibration aligned, because right now you can be calling in so much beauty. You can be manifesting your dreams. You can be, calling in financial opportunities, calling in love. You can be manifesting good health. You can be creating your dream life. You can be really falling in love with yourself, falling in love with your spouse, falling in love with your life, falling in love with everything. Or you can run around and be insecure and fearful and overwhelmed, anxiety-ridden, stressed out, and bitter. It's your choice. If you want a little bit more information, want more details than what is already provided for you on this mastermind, reach out to me. Otherwise, make sure that you sign up for it right away. And I want you to realize that you're worthy of that life. You're worthy of the fuck yes life. You're worthy of everything that you deserve and that you desire. but you've got to call it in and you've got to say yes to you. That's the ticket. That's the key, the number one key. You've got to be willing to say yes to you. You've got to be willing to look in the mirror and go, I love myself enough to say yes to having the life that I want instead of being scared of the life that you want. As always, remember, stop existing, start living. Tell COVID and quarantine who's boss. Claim your life today. I love you guys, and I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee.